these are seats. And let's talk about the urban seats, the urban breakdown in Tamil Nadu. A handful of them, Sri Perumbudur, the industrial hub, part of that. You've got Madurai, Coimbatore, also an urban pocket in Tamil Nadu, and then the 3 Chennai seats. Talking about Chennai North first. Now, this, again, like every other Chennai seat, is a stronghold of the DMK. You had a comfortable victory for Kalanidhi Veeraswamy in Chennai North with a 62% vote share in 2019. He's been once again fielded there by the DMK. Why not? It's a safe seat. It's a strong seat. So, in Chennai North, the DMK very, very strong. It's a similar story really in every part of Chennai. Let's look at Chennai Central, where Dayanidhi Maran again won in 2019 with a 57% vote share. Remember, this time you've got the BJP attempting to put up a fight in Chennai Central with Vinod Selvam being fielded there. But if you look at 2019 itself, the fact that you have a PMK and a Makkal Needhi Mayam against him tells you how the AIADMK has kind of given in on Chennai Central. Even this time, they went ahead and handed over the seat to their ally, to the DMDK. So the Chennai Central seat, it's almost a foregone conclusion between the DMK and the AIADMK that this is a DMK bastion. It's Maran land, if you will. Chennai South. Now here you're going to see an interesting battle, of course, play out this time. But last time around, in 2019, you had Thamizhachi Thangapandiyan winning with a 50% vote share. And this time, both of these candidates again are squaring off. And then you have Tamilisai Soundararajan, of course, added to the mix. Jay Jayawardene was the MP previously before 2019, lost to Thamizhachi Thangapandiyan in 2019. He blames it in his conversation to me to an anti-BJP sentiment in Tamil Nadu, a wave against Modi that led to his defeat in Chennai South. He's getting a chance to take on Thamizhachi Thangapandiyan once again. And you have Tamilisai Soundararajan also in the mix in Chennai South. Shilpa Nair is live with us also from Chennai. Shilpa, dismal voter turnout, disappointing numbers coming in from Chennai. The urban pockets, once again, really failing to lead by example. And there'll be a lot of questions about what really this kind of a voter turnout means.
Well, that's not actually. In fact, if you look at the numbers that have come in so far, as of 5 p.m., the Election Commission data says the voter turnout for Tamil Nadu is around 62%. And compared to other constituencies, Chennai, which is, of course, an urban center in the state, that has polled very less, as compared to other constituencies. But there is, of course, one more hour of polling data that needs to come in. And also, there's a lot of variations that could be corrected later. So a final data we'll probably get by the end of the day today or tomorrow morning from the Election Commission. But nevertheless, this has been sort of the trend in the last couple of elections as far as Tamil Nadu is concerned, where the state goes a little above 70% in terms of the voter turnout. And urban areas like Chennai, they poll lesser as compared to other constituencies. But you, of course, pointed out the challenges, the politics of Chennai, the battle for Chennai. There are 3 constituencies: Chennai South, Chennai Central, Chennai North, of course, and there is a big political fight between all the 3 parties in these constituencies. And we are, of course, expecting more data to come in from the side of the Election Commission soon regarding the voter turnout. But as far as Chennai is concerned, civic amenities, civic issues, infrastructure issues, these are some of the issues that resonate the most amongst the voters. And Chennai is a city that has seen devastating floods as well in December. Several parts of the city, especially South Chennai, areas like Velachery and North Chennai also had come underwater. And it was inundated for several days. People were, suffering without food, water, and other basic necessities for several days.
Correct.
So that is one, issue that many believe would play out in this election. Will it have an impact? We'll know on June 4th whether the state government's response to the floods was satisfactory.
It's a long wait of sorts, April 19th all the way up to June 4th to get answers to all of these questions. Shilpa, looking at the voter turnout right now, let's just do a comparative analysis. Remember that 62% is right up until 5 p.m. So we're still waiting for the data to turn around and whether it will hit 70%. The last time we saw 60% voter turnout was back in 2004. Since then, it's been hovering around the 70 to 73%. So it was expected, and perhaps now that it's at 62% at this time till 5 p.m., in the next few hours, when the Election Commission updates the data, it's expected to once again settle at these numbers. We'll break that down for you further as well. Here, as we look at each seat by seat, the voter turnout right now. Very, very disappointing numbers are coming in from the Chennai seats. Chennai Central, you see that particular drop. But like I said, that number has to be updated once the EC puts out the latest data. Expected to settle somewhere near the same figure that you're seeing in 2019. But this is the urban pocket. And this is where you're seeing the lowest voting percentage right now. I'll just quickly highlight also the voter turnout in Coimbatore as well. You can see that it's only at 47%.